Hello, my name is Lacey, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt like you were put on this earth to learn one particular lesson? Like one thing specifically keeps repeating in your life over and over again? Acceptance has been that perpetual lesson in my life. The moment I decide to exercise my will or show the slightest bit of resistance, I am reminded to accept what is coming right at me and bend. Confucius said it best, "The green reed which bends in the wind is stronger than the mighty oak which breaks in a storm." As a young person, these words wouldn't have penetrated my warrior-like belief in the American self-made facade. I believed that no matter what a person's circumstances were in life, you can make yourself independently rise above and accomplish anything. In some part, I exemplified this. At 23 years old, I had won 2 bronze medals in the Paralympics. I got to sing on stage with Patti LaBelle and was the fastest woman alpine sit skier in the world with a World Cup overall championship. I didn't identify with disability. Even though I used a wheelchair every single day of my life, I thought that people's only limitations were their lack of gumption. Right after the 4th of July, ironically, Independence Day, I was rushed to the hospital by my family where I was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease or kidney failure. I was immediately put on dialysis and told I would eventually need a kidney transplant to keep living. For the first time, I felt disabled. For the next 7 years, I put off kidney transplant and went in search of a miracle healing cure. And so started a journey I didn't expect, but desperately needed, the journey of acceptance. I found a healer that became a great friend. And while I sat in her tiny office on a biofeedback machine, calibrating and aligning all the energy centers of my body, I unpacked all the parts of my life that I had been avoiding. The journey of acceptance asks for your curiosity. My healer friend gave me such loving, undivided attention. She wouldn't judge or correct or prod me. I shared as little or as much as I needed or wanted to. And every once in a while, she would ask me these really poignant questions like, how does that story or pain feel in your body? Where is that story or pain in your body? Can you just sit with that for a while without trying to make it go away? These questions sparked a new way of thinking about how I react to life. I started to notice that all my stories and all the feelings I held in my body and being caused great anxiety, stress, and shame. I had no idea how much energy I was using, trying so hard not to feel the stories I had been carrying around with me like a giant backpack. The Buddha said, "It is your resistance to what is that causes your suffering." I was in total suffering because I couldn't accept all the pieces of myself. It was heartbreaking to realize how much self-loathing I felt, how hard I was on myself, and all the choices I had made up to that point to avoid hard feelings like shame, embarrassment, anger, and even more concrete things like poverty, illness, and rejection. The journey to acceptance requires compassion. The way I found to be able to sit with a hard feeling without trying to push it away or beat myself up for even having the thought was to speak kindly to myself. Like a kind, soothing, and gentle mother, I began consoling myself in the third person. I would think things like, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay that you're angry. Just be with angry. Or sit with whatever I was feeling at that particular moment. Pretty soon my thoughts started to change to, I'm right here. I got you. It's okay. And when things got really scary or tough or painful, I would even say things out loud to myself. It's okay. I got you. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. For the first time, I was listening to what I was saying to myself. I was listening like a good friend to all of my own concerns. When something hurt my feelings, I was right by my own side listening and being present with it. As I showed myself compassion, an unexpected phenomenon occurred. The self-loathing began melting away, and I started feeling love towards myself. My patience for myself began to grow. Rather than pushing myself and rushing around, I gave myself time to feel, to breathe, to do practical things like eat, read, sleep. As I took care of my own needs, even basic things like drinking water, eating, I began to trust myself. The journey of acceptance is love. After years of practicing self-compassion and building trust, another surprising thing began to occur. I began having acceptance for other people. People's pain was no longer trivial or self-imposed, but something that needed attention, that deserved patience and compassion. I believe it was the author, speaker, and professor of special education studies at University of Southern California, Leo Buscaglia, or Dr. Love, as he was most famously known, that said, to love others, you must first love yourself. And I think he had it right on. I wrote a song not too long ago with these words. Bring all your separation and your anxiety. Bring all your independence and all of your needs. Bring all your want for love and all your not enough. Bring all your mistakes and all your heartbreaks. Bring it all. Bring it all. Bring it all to me, baby. Bring it all. Feel it all in the altar of your heart. Showing love and compassion can be challenging at times. My compassion and love has been called into question many times over the last handful of years. Here are a few questions I ask myself when I don't like what I see in the world. Where is this in me? What is that part that I am resisting in myself? What do I need to sit with right now? The journey of acceptance is not a solo adventure. To be self-made is a total illusion. Everything I've accomplished in my life has been with and through the companionship of others. The third principle of the UU is acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. It has been through the acceptance of each other's spiritual growth that we have evolved thoughts, emotional intelligence, and compassionate communication with one another. And you know what? I did find a miraculous healing eventually, but it wasn't through a cure that would allow me to avoid surgery. Instead, it was the miraculous healing that came through the ability to accept the precious gift of not one, but 2 kidney transplants from 2 sisters. Accepting such a precious gift as a person living in so much pain and self-loathing, I know now wouldn't have been possible. It took all of me, all my love, all my compassion, all my acceptance of myself and others, to have the trust, patience, curiosity, and understanding to go through 2 major surgeries. Essentially, I had to accept life, my life, and literally the life of others into the very fabric of my being. Making the journey of acceptance is challenging, but totally worth it. Thank you.